So, you picked G. Street Fighter V, when it came to new characters, they kind of dropped the ball. Yeah, we had one great character at the start, but then when Season 2 came along, when all of them was new characters, did not turn out that well. But then we ended up eventually getting G, who turns out was pretty interesting. I think most people was interested because, you know, this. But, you know what? He's actually a pretty decent character. As G, your job is to power up and destroy people with just devastating combos. Honestly, G is somewhat simple enough. He just has a gimmick that you truly have to rely on for him to be good, but we'll get more into that in a little bit. Okay, first up, his normals. They're pretty decent. The great thing about him, his back heavy punch is the anti-air instead of, you know, the usual crouching heavy punch or, you know, standing light punch that everybody freaking uses. Why I don't really play this game, but anyway, that's pretty good. And then he has an overhead as his forward heavy kick. That's pretty unique. I'm not used to that being people's overhead, but he got some pretty good decent on it. I said pretty good decent range on it. Oh my goodness. Okay, first special move, G smash over and G smash under. Basically, he comes lunging at you with a straight punch. It's pretty good, pretty decent. You got some range on it. And then for the punch version, of course, he just comes at you and punching. But for the kick version, G smash under, he goes for a low. So, you know, you can probably get a pretty good mix up on that. But honestly, this is Street Fighter, so they're most likely gonna be blocking low in the first place anyway. So yeah, have at that. Oh, also, fun fact, I did not find this out until later. G is like the only character I know who can't do crouching medium kick into special moves. I'm so used to that in Street Fighter, like that's my bread and butter. You know, with Ryu, crouching kick Hadouken, Ken, Laura, Chun-Li, everybody else. But with G, you can't do that. And I was like, what? I thought I was just messing up, but it turns out he just can't do that from out of that. You can only do special moves out of his punches. And that was so weird for me. Just wanted to throw that out there for people who never played G before. But let's move on. Next move, G burst. This is his projectile, and for some reason he shoots it downwards. So yeah, it comes out pretty fast though. And if they're in the corner, you can apply some really good pressure with a crouching medium punch to this G blast, and just kind of continue to gain the pressure with that. So it's pretty decent. Next up, the G spin kick. Now, this move, I honestly don't know why you would even use this move. It's not even safe on block. I even checked the frame data real quick because I was like, what's the point of this move? Everything else is better. You might as well pressure people with G burst instead of using the G spin kick. Like, it's nah. And last but not least, the G impact. And it's a command grab that, oh wow, that doesn't really do no damage at all. Who has a command grab that does? Oh my goodness, that's some weak damage. But here's why. Okay, the most unique thing about G charge. Now when you do this, you get a charge point that's down there by your meter. And if you do it again, you get a super charge point. I don't know what to really call it. But yeah, once that is full, it only takes 2 charges to do it, or just hold the first charge for a longer time. Now this man has a lot better potential. As you see, now you can do stuff like this. Good job, phone. So yeah, his projectile gets better. Basically all his moves get better, and now you can combo off his command grab. So yeah, you want to make sure you always keep that charge. But be known, if you get heavy knockdown, you lose the charge. You lose one of the charge. So people are going to go for heavy knockdowns and grabs and stuff to make sure you don't keep that charge. But it's your job to make sure you keep the charge so you can beat the shit out of them. Time for the V skills, and the first one is G barrier. Well, he just makes a barrier that absorbs projectiles and allows him to gain V trigger meter. So yeah, it's pretty decent. He can do it in the air from jumping forward or jumping straight up. So yeah, it's a good block move, and it also hurts if they're close. So you know, like a burst from Guilty Gear or something like that. That's pretty decent. And the next V skill is G protection, which at first I had to look up what it even does. Turns out that yeah, it protects your meter, the little earth meter down there. So instead of losing that, if you use that full You can use it up to 3 times. You use that, it protects you from losing the earth meter, which is pretty good. It makes it harder for you to lose your full potential, and it mitigates damage by 20%. I think that's what it said in that book that I looked up, because they don't tell you this in the game. I'm like, what is this? He's just taunting. I don't know what's going on here, so help me out. I had to go really look that one up, because you wouldn't know by just pressing the button, like, what is going on here. So now for the V triggers. Maximum President. Basically gives you your super earth mode off bucks. So like if you're getting pressured and you lose all your earth mode, activate the V trigger, bam, you got all your super moves buffed back up. And it also turns G barrier into a projectile, which is pretty good. It applies pressure. You can, you know, shoot from the air and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And for his second V trigger, Dangerous President, which is personally my favorite one. Basically, it gives him an ender for that combo that I showed you earlier. Now he has an ender to it that does excruciating damage. Or now it gives him a super command grab. So it also has armor. So if they hit you, you can absorb it and just slam the crap out of them. So that's what I usually like doing. I like doing a hard knockdown, activating that trigger, and then on wake up, hit him with that command grab. And you can do it up to 2 times. So if you missed the first one, don't worry, you got another one, and it does fairly amount of damage. Or shoot, catch him with both of them. But yeah, so it's really easy to catch because again, it has super armor. So if you see them jump, just do it right there. It's basically an anti-air. They're gonna come down into a grab. So yeah, I recommend the second one for newcomers. The first one's also pretty good too, especially if you are not good at not getting knocked down, so you can keep your super mode on. G is a really basic character. He's very mediocre. He has very subpar moves, but once he gets his full potential going, now he's a lot better. He's a fun character. I love doing combos off the command grab, but then honestly you're gonna see that a lot because that's all he can really do. Like, he can do other combos, but it's best just to do it off the command grab to get that confirmed combo. So basically, just make sure you never get a hard knockdown. Well, you get hard knockdown. I said that backwards. So yeah, always try to keep your potential up with him. So whew, make sure you keep that. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I was about to make a Meet Dave joke. Can't do it. This is a kid's show. But I already said, yeah. Brain fart. I'm out. Bye.